media and government spin. And I want to say to all the local government workers, to all the teachers, to all the people that provide our services, a big thank you. As somebody who uses them, as a parent who relies on you, I want to say thank you for providing those services. But more than that, when my neighbour said, well, the thing is, Tom, it's a good strike, but you know, I need childcare. What when the teachers go to strike, what do you do with the children? Well, I tell you what, I want to thank the teachers for going to strike. Somebody has to fight for our education system. I want to thank all the local government workers for going to strike. You are fighting for our futures. Why are we here? We're here because we've got a government saying that we should pay for a crisis that we had no part in creating. We should pay with our jobs, we should pay with our pay, we should pay with our pensions. We are here today to say no, we will fight for our services, fight for our pay, fight for our jobs. Do you remember when nurses, teachers, local government workers and firefighters used a deregulated system and brought the country to its knees? No, that was a bunch of greedy and treacherous bankers. They're the ones that caused it. And what's the outcome for them? £67 billion in bonuses they've had since that crisis was created. Let's not pretend this is a fair society. There are 5 of the wealthiest families have more wealth than 12 million citizens in the UK. That, quite frankly, is an absolute and utter disgrace. And why is it happening? Why is it we've got a government that's fighting for millionaires? Well, if I was to tell you the majority of the people in the cabinet are millionaires, the majority of the people in the cabinet went to privileged private schools, I tell you what, this is a government representing the filthy, greedy rich, because they are the filthy, greedy rich. Before this general election, David Cameron turned up at one of our fire stations. He used that to say to the media, to say to firefighters, to say to the public, if I get elected, there'll be no cuts in frontline services. What was the result? Well, many of you remember the enormous floods that recently hit our region. Now, they said I'm a firefighter in this brigade, although I live in Taunton. That's why I've got the funny accent. But huge floods. And I tell you what, I was on those floods. I went down to the fire stations that have our members who worked so hard in those floods. Politicians were queuing up to thank your firefighters for the job that they were doing, the services they were providing, and the lives that they saved, and quite rightly so. They did it first at the fire stations, they did it on the ground, and then they did it in Parliament. David Cameron, Ed Miliband, Nick Clegg, who wasn't down for those floods? And yet what's the outcome? In this city, in this great city of Plymouth, full-time fire cover has been cut by half. 1 in 5 full-time firefighter jobs has been lost. So much for David Cameron and his no cuts to frontline services. Politicians have lied and lied again, and that is why we are fighting. Do you know, they want us to pay for a bank bailout. There's a message that comes from firefighters from across the continent. It's a message that your firefighters want to make very clear today. Bank bailout. We rescue people, not banks. We fight for the public, not the privileged. No more political hypocrisy. From this day onwards, united we stand. We are going to fight back. We're going to fight for our pay. We're going to fight for our pensions. We're going to fight for our services. All of us, standing together, are going to fight for a better future for all. Thank you, and united we stand. Media and government spin. And I want to say to all the local government workers, to all the teachers, to all the people that provide our services, a big thank you. As somebody who uses them, as a parent who relies on you, I want to say thank you for providing those services. But more than that, when my neighbour said, well, the thing is, Tom, it's a good strike, but you know, I need childcare. What when the teachers go to strike, what do you do?